All right, so what's going to be one deliverable is the European Learning Journey Pass, which on one hand enables children to identify the progress and the experience they made towards science by, as a bottom-up approach, identifying environments that were relevant for them in terms of encounters with science. And on the other hand, it will be appropriate for science organizations to sort of get a notion of how relevant children are as a target group, especially if they haven't considered them as relevant before. As more and more children will pop up and identifying themselves as a holder of the Learning Journey Pass. Within SiS Catalyst, leading a work package that is very much looking at supporting strategic processes on three levels, which are individual level, institutional level, and societal level. And our intention is, or in our work plan, it is to develop models that support change processes at those three levels. And this would be for the individuals, what we call the European Science Awareness Learning Journey Pass, right? We call it short, the Learning Journey Pass. And this is going to be an instrument turning towards, say, two groups. It's going to be children on the one hand, and at the same time it can serve as a change instrument within institutions. The concept is pretty simple. I brought a first draft with me. So this is more or less how it's going to look like. The final product will be twice as big. This is a dummy sample only. And the intention is to give this to children to help them or to encourage them to identify environments and places of learning that appeared relevant to them in regards of science. So this is not a top-down approach, this is a bottom-up approach. We give the instrument in the hands of the children to sort of collect their experience, sort of track the progress that they made by identifying several environments. This might be science centers, might be museums, might be science festivals, but also totally informal environments that have nothing to do with science at first sight, like public parks, transportation, civil authorities, whatever kind of places they deemed relevant for having experienced something and for noticing that this has something to do with science and research. And having made this experience, the children would claim a sort of recognition. They would claim a stamp or a badge from those institutions. And yeah, to have their experience sort of acknowledged and to have those places identified. And at the same time, the Learning Journey Pass might serve as an instrument of, say, incubating institutional change. Yeah? Because, as I said, it's a bottom-up approach. So not all of those institutions are necessarily involved from the beginning. So it might be the case that in a science museum, more and more children pop up asking for a stamp or for a badge. So the institutions might start thinking, well, it might be the case that what I have to offer is relevant for children, or maybe is more relevant for children than I thought initially. So this might help them to think further how they could better consider children as a relevant target audience. Full stop.